I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is definitely a buy it on sale type of item. Hey love, what is up? Thanks for joining me today. My name is Lauren, if you didn't know, and today we are going over Dior's Miss Dior Fall Collection Wild Beige palette. So if you're interested in this, just keep on watching. So just a quick overview of this product. This season, Dior's show 5 Colors features the Miss Dior motif, a symbol of freedom, which represents the bold spirit and pop of energy of the Dior woman. For a limited time only, it is available in 3 new harmonies: 862 Shocking Pink, 931 Bold Black, and 664 Wild Beige. It says each palette contains 3 finishes, matte, satin, and pearly, with 3 shade harmonies, a long-wearing and comfortable formula with natural origin pigments and cornflower extract. And 664 is a radiant brown heart and an apricot beige accented by a pure white with flashes of silver. I did 2 eye looks, as you can see by my mismatch eyes going on today. I already did a video featuring bold black. I'll link it in the cards up above, as well as swatches. You'll see more detailed swatches for this palette. It'll probably be up by my head here at some point, but yes, this is 664 Wild Beige. Let's get into my 2 eye looks, and then I'll wrap up my final thoughts at the end. For the first eye look, I wanted to keep it soft and simple. I start off with the pink shade, which I was hoping would be more pigmented. It was not. I wanted a nice rich pink as shown in the picture. It's a very soft, light, dusty pink. On my complexion, this shade isn't going to provide any depth or definition. It's more akin to a highlight shade for my skin tone. I next go in with the light brown shade in the center of the palette, hoping it would provide a nice gradient shift into the pink. It did not. The pink and this shade are on the same depth level, and therefore they aren't going to provide any contrast. I thought it would at least be lighter than the pink. I was wrong. I wanted it to be an all matte eye, similar to what I achieve regularly with my Prada eyeshadows, but this was not happening due to the lack of depth and variation in the shade so far. So then I took the silver metallic glitter shade and placed that on the inner corner to give some contrast. Honestly, this eye was a flop for me. I really needed the pink to be more pigmented for my eye look to work. I could have added the dark brown in the palette to add intensity and depth, but I genuinely didn't want to do that at this moment in time. I took the pink shade and placed that on the lower lash line as well, and that completes this first look. Eye look number 2, I go in with what I consider the perfect brown shade. No complaints or notes with this shade at all. I blended all through the crease and was able to intensify it on the outer corner. I then take the gold copper metallic shade and place it on the inner corner and the center of the lid. And finally, I take the dark brown shade and apply it to the lower lash line. And I finish both looks off with some mascara, and that's the 2 eye looks. Overall, this palette is just okay. It's a lot less fallout than the bold black version. I noticed there is a little bit of fallout, but nothing like really worth mentioning, nothing like aggressive. Bold black definitely had a lot more fallout, mainly because the 2 glitter shades in there were a lot more, well, glittery and like had a lot more sparkle and iridescent that will fall out on your face. This palette, not so much, but there is a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. I've seen the internet making fun of the name of this, like Wild Beige. When has beige ever been wild? Have you ever seen a lion? That's as wild as beige will get, and that's like the wildest thing I can think of that comes in the color beige. That's very freaking wild. A lion. I don't know. The name is like a little ironic, considering how basic this palette is. But this palette is nothing special. I highly recommend you buy this on sale. I bought this because it's basic. It's going to give me everyday friendly wearable looks. I don't have to think about it with this palette. I can literally just like slap any of these shades on my lid and go. I love this brown in here. Of course, the brown would be my favorite shade in this entire palette. This basic brown matte is like the perfect brown, honestly. Like, I really do love this brown in this palette. But yeah, I would say wait for a sale. It's not worth paying full price for. If you have any sort of a makeup collection or any amount of eyeshadow palettes, you probably already have these shades and they're not doing anything spectacular or special that makes this stand out. I did a video on bold black already. I'll link it in the cards up above here if you're interested in that. But if I had to pick between the two, I would definitely say bold black is a lot more special than this. The shimmers and metallics in it are definitely way more special. They have a lot more glitter and like iridescent sparkle to them. They're way, way, way better and more intense and prettier than the ones in here. This is a basic Betty palette that will get the job done. And I definitely bought this knowing that this wasn't going to be anything special. It is a basic beige brown palette. Like, I can't recommend this though in full conscious saying anybody should pay full price for this because it is so basic. It's not really worth paying full price for. I would say wait for a sale if you can, but this is limited edition, so who knows how long it'll stay around. That's the risk with limited edition things, but yeah. Honestly, I wish they would do something with the outside of these compacts instead of just like the sleeves that these come with or the imprint that's inside of the palette to make them a little bit more special. But yeah, I think I've griped on that point enough. Like, Dior, you can customize this. I think they know that, they just don't care to. But yeah, I bought this knowing this was basic. This was going to be everyday friendly. This is going to be a very simple palette for me. And again, my favorite shade in here is this brown. That should tell you all you need to know about me. The brown is my favorite shade in this palette. But yeah, I like this palette. It's good, but in good conscience, I know for a fact you can find this at a cheaper price point than $86. Hell, you can find more shades at a cheaper price point for $86 than just $5. But it's Dior, this is luxury makeup, we're paying for the name, but yeah, this ain't doing anything super special or exciting. It's very basic, and I highly suggest you just wait for a sale. But that's all from me today. Appreciate you hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell me, have you bought anything from the Miss Dior 2025 fall collection? How you feel about the collection in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Appreciate you hanging out. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.